Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your Venus love reading. This reading will cover the time frame of October 2nd through 22nd as Venus transits Virgo, and this reading may resonate with those of you who are a Scorpio sun, rising, moon, or Venus. There is a lot going on in October as Venus is transiting the sign of Virgo. We have two full moons, we have Mercury retrograde, we have the sun going from Libra into your sign Scorpio, and Mercury is retrograding in your sign back into Libra. And Mars is also currently retrograde in Aries, its home sign. So we are in this place of self-evaluation, all right? And now with Venus moving through Virgo, we are going to see all the things that need to change, and we're going to have the motivation to make those changes, okay, within ourselves, within our relationships of past, present, and future, okay? Many of you are preparing for a major transformation in consciousness and emotion when it comes to relationships as Venus transits the sign of Virgo. So let's get right into your reading, Scorpio, and see a overall message here about love matters for you guys. And Mercury going retrograde just stirs up that pot, right? Okay. So this is the artwork. And it says, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Ooh, Scorpio. So that Mars retrograde and then Venus moving through Virgo is going to make you very aware of where more is being asked of you than is being returned to you, where you are not being appreciated, where you are not being cherished. And some of you, you may have been entertaining a connection with somebody, and you have like some hope that it's gonna evolve into more, or there's a connection from the past that maybe you were still kind of entertaining within your mind, keeping a little bit of hope open that you would have another chance. And as you experience the astrology in October, it's like your heart, your mind changes. Scorpio, who's not loving you, who's not respecting you, who's not cherishing you, you're not going to have time for that. It's going to irritate you. It's going to frustrate you. It's going to make you angry. And you might even lash out, okay? Because you're going to just come into these realizations. And it's going to, where things are off, you're going to have this just hungry desire for balance within. And where things are beautiful and the connections that are beautiful in your life, where you are loved, where you are treasured, where you are valued, you're going to feel that all the way in the roots of your soul. And it's going to feel intense and overwhelming and warm and expanding, Scorpio. So this is going to run deep for you as Venus transits Virgo. Let's look at the overall energy. Reigniting connection, Scorpio. We're gonna pull two and same mistake. Okay, so Mercury twin flame journey. We're just gonna pop all this out actually, and we'll put twin flame journey over here. Oops. And you know what? You got your hands full, Scorpio. I think you have some relationships of the past coming through, but also that twin flame journey. And just as we're talking about this, look at it is 11/11, Scorpio. 11/11, and that is definitely twin flame energy right there. Okay. Whew. So let me sit with this for a minute because I'm getting multiple scenarios coming through. Okay, I do see where some of you were thinking of a certain person, either of past or present, like as twin flame, but the astrology is changing your heart, changing your mind about it if they have not been valuing you and respecting you, Scorpio. You're just going to see things in a different perspective, a different light about any sort of romantic love situation that is not in alignment with you, that is not giving you energy, that's not feeding your heart and feeding your soul the way that you are giving. You're going to change your heart, your mind, because you're like, I'm not making the same mistake anymore. I'm done with you. I'm clearing the space for you because I want the real thing. Okay? Now, Scorpio, for others of you, there is definitely somebody returning from the past, and I feel like you kind of go back and forth. Like, is this the one, or is it just going to be the same mistake all over again, all over again? All right, so you are really dealing with past energies as Venus transits Virgo, whether you are currently in connection, you are single, or you are in separation. It's like the past is returning, and it's very consuming. It's either all consuming in your thoughts and your emotions, because again, there's this balancing taking place inside of you, and what isn't in alignment with you, you're going to shed that because it's time for like true connection with no interference. Scorpio, that's what you're preparing for. That's what you're transforming into. Okay. And so the past is returning big time. Some of you, this is going to be actual people. Others of you, this is just, thoughts and emotions. The past really showing up, and you're getting stuck there again, like reminiscing, feeling nostalgic, thinking about things. And it's because you're coming to a new perspective. So if that's happening to you, it's because you're coming to a new perspective and you're going to rise up out of that. Okay. Those of you in union, this twin flame journey, you guys could have really been going through some struggles and some challenges. And it's like the astrology in October is really bringing you guys close once again. And you don't want to make the same mistakes that you've made in the past. Okay. You really don't. So you guys are, contemplating, you're seeing things differently, especially you, Scorpio. Like, you really are wanting to handle things differently. And if, you in this, current connection have been more distant, you're a bit cautious of this new closeness that you're feeling once again. All right, so let's pull some tarot, because that same mistake, and then the twin flame journey, reigniting connection. Some of you, it's like you're overcoming. Others of you, you're definitely reuniting, but is this going to be the same mistake all over again? And unfortunately, this is just a general, so the outcome is different for each of you. But let's see what the tarot has to add to make this a bit more clear. Oh yeah, you have learned and you have grown, Scorpio, and you are not going to put up with the crap of the past. You're not. So if anybody's returning, whether you believe they're your twin flame or not, they better have it together, or you're not going to deal with it. Even in current union, it's like, no, this has got to change, or we're not going anywhere. It's just not going to happen. Okay. Some of you are single. All right. And I don't see new love showing up, Scorpio. This is whatever's going on here. It's definitely like the past energy is returning. Okay. And here it is, the Six of Pentacles. I want equality. I want reciprocation here. Yes, in this position, we are stuck. We need to see a different perception. In this position, we're there. And this is you, Scorpio. This is the transformation taking place within your consciousness about twin flame journey, about a specific person. Okay, it's different for all of you, but wow. And look at this, the balancing within. You know what you want, and you're going to be ready to receive it. Where maybe in the past, not so much, because you were learning, you were growing through the Eight of Pentacles. And yeah, look at here, it's Seven of Pentacles. And this really speaks to this reigniting connection. Like, you just, some of you, maybe you were hoping and praying for a long time, okay, and now here it is returning, and because your perception has changed, your heart and your mind has changed. And I don't know that you want that anymore. Like, some of you were really holding out for something to return, or for something in the present to really manifest and grow roots, and it just hasn't. And now, as the astrology is shifting, you change inside, and it's like what you were wanting, you don't want that anymore, Scorpio. You don't. You want something real and solid and true, that's equal, that gives to you the way you give to it. And I just feel there's this relationship for many of you, and you were hoping and you were putting a lot of energy, but it's like you're waking up and you're like, no. And this isn't painful for you. There's no Five of Cups. There's no Three of Swords here. It's like your mind is changing, and you're finally able to walk away, okay? Because you want the real thing. And look at this, the World in this position. So in this position, complete. In this position, incomplete. So the past is returning, Scorpio, in October, for you to have completion. For some of you, maybe to have a second chance. For some of you, when the opportunity is presented, you realize, man, I don't want that anymore. I don't want that ever again, actually. I want real, true connection. I want real, true love. I have learned and I have grown from these different relationships in my life, and it doesn't just have to be romantically. It's like I've learned and I've grown through these different relationships in my life, what works for me and what's good for me. And now I'm ready to put that into practice. I don't want to give to somebody who is going to lie to me, somebody who isn't there for me. Okay, Scorpio, that's where you are at. I don't see cups here. It's like deep, deep realization of who you are now becoming, and your worth and your value, and not putting up with anything less than what you deserve, Scorpio. And the past is coming back, okay? And I just feel for many of you, you've moved on, and maybe you haven't realized you've moved on. And as Venus moves through Virgo, you awaken to that, like, I'm not that person anymore. I've changed. I want different things, you know, out of love, out of relationship, out of connection. And those of you who have been single for quite some time, I feel that somebody really, really broke your heart, and it's taken you quite some time, maybe even like 6 to 8 years, to understand what that connection meant. Like, you really believe deep in your roots, in your soul, that that's where you belonged. And now you're coming to the other side of that, and you're realizing how wise and strong and independent you are, and how much you've evolved and changed, and how that person, that relationship would not fit on you now. Like, it's such a freeing release. Like, some of you are over some things and you don't even realize it at this point, because it's just been such a hurt in your heart for so long that you got used to it, and now it's just kind of there. It's just a part of you. And as Venus moves through Virgo, it's time for the release of that. All the things that didn't work, that couldn't work, I see that now. I realize that now, and I'm ready to let it go. Okay? And you know, it's just like, sometimes the universe has jokes, because it's like, here you are in this place of, okay, I'm ready to just let go and move on. And then here comes the past, Scorpio. It returns back into your present. And honestly, I feel for most of you, the past returning isn't for you to give it another go round. It's for you to realize that you don't want that anymore, and that you've changed and you've grown and you have evolved into somebody else entirely. And that's why this twin flame sits apart, because where you've been, it's just going to be the same mistake, because somebody hasn't grown, Somebody hasn't evolved here. You have, but I don't feel this other person has. Okay? And you're seeing that. And you don't want to deal with that riffraff anymore. You're ready for the closure of it. You see it for what it is. You want this, Scorpio. You're preparing for this. You're transforming to align to a beautiful soulmate connection where it's equal, where you're not giving more, where somebody's not giving you the bare minimum to keep you interested, to keep you hanging on. Okay, you know, as we get deeper into this reading, it definitely is starting to feel much more specific. You know, there could be those of you in union, doesn't feel so much. This really feels for singles or those of you in separation, and the past returning big time, and you finally seeing things so differently, much more differently than you ever thought possible. And it's so freeing and it's so liberating for you, and you realize, I don't want that anymore. And in that realization, Scorpio, it just opens you up to this, okay? This is what's coming for you. And it's a general reading, okay? So perhaps, you know, this reigniting connection could, you know, transform into this twin flame journey here. Maybe both of you have had this hanged man experience, okay? But that to me, it feels like I'm just reading a definition of what the cards could mean. Oh, Scorpio, I just feel so strongly like you're ready to let go. You're ready to just move on, and you didn't know that before. And now with the astrology, especially through October, it just becomes your reality. And the reason for that is you're preparing for a beautiful union. Okay, so let's pull some cards here. Okay, so it's one of you coming through as the Ten of Pentacles, the other as Temperance, Balance. The energy between is this Two of Pentacles. Yeah. So Scorpio, this to me is you, this Temperance, where you have found that balance within, and you're finally ready to make a different decision about something. And you just it's just shocking to you, okay? It really is. Like, I think you really thought a specific person was your twin flame or your soulmate, and you're just changing your heart, changing your mind about it. Like, you're really coming to a place of balance, and you realize that person has taken so much more than they've ever given, and you don't believe that you deserve that, and you don't. Scorpio, love does not hurt like that. Like, there are ups, there are downs, there's push, there is pull, okay? But somebody continually lying to you, hurting you, letting you down, you know, disappointing you, betraying you, cheating on you, gaslighting you, in 1 minute, out the next. Like, no, nobody can sustain and maintain that type of connection. It's too much. The energy is too splintered, and you've come to realize that. And so you desire wholeness because you have become whole within, okay? And whoever this is returning, they really know that they screwed up. Scorpio, what they offer you is genuine, real, and true. Like, anybody returning to you, they mean it in their heart, in their soul. They want to be with you, but I just think you've moved on and you just don't care anymore. And you never thought you would get to that space, but here you are. So, and you know, it's almost for some of you like you waited and waited and waited and waited for this moment, and then here it is, and here they are, and you don't even want to be like, I told you so, or I knew you would, like, you don't even want to engage. You've evolved beyond it, and you just want to wish them well, even if a year ago you wanted to claw their eyes out, okay? You're just in a different space. You are. And You ain't trying to hear all that noise, Scorpio. Let's see how you progress. Oh yeah, full moon energy, positive shift. This is you. So you got Aries full moon October 1st, you got Taurus full moon October 31st. So these full moons really empowering you, Scorpio, and it's a positive shift in your mind and your heart for your highest good, seeing people for truly what they are. Capricorn moon energy, dedication. Who's not dedicated to you, who isn't going to give their all to you, you aren't going to give your all to them, no matter how deeply you may feel them or empathically connect with them. You're done with these lopsided, uneven connections, Scorpio. Waning moon energy, roots. Yep, you want something real, something true, something that can grow. And you're just seeing this past connection or this current connection as, you know, just something that is going nowhere. It's Seven of Pentacles. And it's holding you back. It's holding you down. Okay? And it's just the awareness is coming. And, you know, some of you, there may be multiple people kind of showing back up into your reality, Scorpio, as Venus moves through Virgo, because we have Mercury going retrograde as well. And you're not interested. You're not. You want something real. You want something true. You want something that's going to give to you as much as you give to it. And that's just where you're at. So you are empowered, and it's like, take your pick. And maybe that's another thing is you may have started talking to some new people recently, and you don't want the past back. At least for whoever this reading is for, you don't want it back anymore. And you never thought you would get there, but here you are. So congratulations to you. Do not fear the current changes. All is happening in accordance with your divine plan. The current events are paving the way for a brighter future. Love illuminates all darkness. Remain positive and light, because this is what you are preparing for, Scorpio, right here. This is what you are preparing for. So those are your messages, Scorpio. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.